What's up, YouTube? Jeff back again today. The very exciting Samsung video for you guys, and today we continue the wildest unexpected saga of 2025, Samsung messages. Yes, at the end of 2024, I made a video telling you guys that RCS was going away in Samsung messages. Verizon had confirmed it here in the US, and basically that Samsung messages, for all intents and purposes, was dead. Everybody was going to need to transition to Google Messages. Well, fast forward to last week, we found out in the S25 series, RCS is now back, and now Samsung's adding even more updates to Samsung messages with some features that we've all wanted for RCS. I'll tell you guys about that today. Before we get started, I want to remind you guys, make sure you check out our website, sammyguru.com. We cover the latest Samsung news, tips, tricks, tutorials, and reviews. We covered this story in breaking news format. Sometimes we're able to color stuff over there just a little bit quicker than I can make a video. So make sure you bookmark the website, come back every day to get all your Samsung news. Also, if you're still going to buy a Galaxy S25 device, we still have our free mystery box available with the S25 program for a little bit longer. We're almost out of product. We're going to be transitioning to our Sammy Guru rewards. You get a free case, cleaning kit, desktop phone stand, purchase your phone through our affiliate link, and then fill out the verification form with your shipping address. We basically share some of our affiliate revenue with our readers and viewers to give back to you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the site. All the details are below in the pinned comment description if you're interested in that. So yes, let's talk about it. Samsung introduced RCS back to the Galaxy S25 series with the version of Samsung Messages in One UI 7 that runs on the S25. You now have chat available, chat features right here, with all the chat features we've had for RCS on Samsung Messages for quite a while, including read receipt, video quality, auto download, and also send as an SMS or MMS if something isn't delivered. Now, my phone, this particular one, is running on Verizon because Verizon said at the end of 2024, no more RCS in Samsung Messages. Turns out they've backtracked on that now. We reached out to Samsung for a statement, and Samsung said basically the following. I have it here in the article, so let me read it. I don't want to mess up their statement. It says, there may be certain feature limitations related to RCS with Samsung Messages depending on your carrier network. This is what the Samsung media representative gave us officially via email when I asked them about the fact that RCS now works on the Galaxy S25 using Verizon. So basically they're saying some carriers can restrict it, but it looks like maybe Verizon has backtracked on that in particular. So I figured maybe this is the end of the saga. We're just going to have RCS, but it's not going to be as good as Google Messages. So if you want reactions, if you want some of those other features, you have to use Google Messages. And then we saw this. Samsung now, via their Korean forums, and Android authority Mishal Rahman, one of the best in the business for Android news, definitely follow him, spotted this over on the Korean forums for Samsung. They announced that they're bringing two major RCS features to Samsung Messages. One of those is the ability to edit a sent message. The other one is the ability to auto-delete OTP, single factor, two-factor codes. It says right here, to use the feature, simply press and hold a sent message, select edit, update the message, and tap send. Edit message will display a tag. Tabbing will reveal the edit history. You can edit a message up to 3 times within 15 minutes of sending it. And so you can see here, this is actually on their Korean site. It's going to be in Korean, so you'll have to use the translate feature here. In this case, I'm using Chrome, or it auto-translate for you. And you can see right here, they talk about how to use the edit feature. Now, another thing that's very interesting, even though it's not in this explanation in Korean, if you look at the screenshots, look what else it shows inside Samsung Messages. It shows the reactions, message reactions with the emojis, just like we have in Google Messages. You can clearly see this is indeed the Samsung Messages interface. And of course, they're talking about this as well. They're talking about the message function on One UI 7. So this is in Korea right now. It is not yet available inside the US. We've tested this ourselves, and it's not available in the current version of the Samsung Messages app. But you can see here, they're showing the messages icon. The other feature is the ability to automatically delete OTP codes, which is something that Google Messages has that we've been wanting for Samsung Messages for a long time, and shows you where to find all of this information. Now, I don't have the version of Messages that it says these features are in, so we're gonna have to wait to see if this comes to the US. But if we get edit messages and auto-delete OTP codes, this would be huge. Plus, the screenshot very clearly shows reactions. So does that mean that we're also gonna get reactions in this version of Samsung Messages? It certainly seems like that's possible if this ends up coming to the US, but they did announce it in Korea, and it is there. Mishal clarified in his article that this feature is available, the OTP, in version 16.0.01.22. I checked APK Mirror and I don't see that particular version available over here, but I will test some of these other versions. You guys can see the version I'm running right now. This is version 15.7.02.15. This is the default version that's installed on the S25 Ultra unlocked model in the US out of the box. Anyway, it seems very likely that Samsung is deciding to include new features, at least in other regions, and also brought RCS back. Could this mean that Samsung Messages isn't as dead as we perhaps thought it was? I mean, that would be fantastic news. I'll probably try to reach out to Samsung for a comment again to see if this particular version will come to the US. We don't really know. We also put here, Samsung didn't clarify whether this works with all types of messages. It's likely limited only to RCS, of course, because mostly this sort of thing doesn't work with SMS. Anyway, I'm curious what you guys think. We'll reach out to Samsung for another comment to see if these particular features will come to the US and other regions. Appreciate you guys checking it out. I really hope they do come. Check out the Galaxy S25 mystery box program if you still haven't ordered an S25 device. Appreciate you guys checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.